Testing my subscribers' struggle meals around the world. Let's watch. Let's see what
Tis
other
the
people's
season
struggle meals be
again. We
looking like.
remind ourselves that you never know when life is gonna kick you in the crotch, give you a wedgie, and spit on your face. To prepare for our defeat, let's learn together and test out some more of the struggle meals you guys been sending me over the past few months. Cause tide might be high, but we're holding on. Okay, our first anonymous submission calls it the college experience, so I assume it's pretty
I don't like how
horny,
that sound.
insecure, and dehydrated. But it seemed like a good start because the first step involves making ramen. I'm not gonna use Shin ramen though, I'm gonna upgrade it to Indomie. As I told you guys in the last video, I've never been to Indonesia, but my mentality grew up in the streets of Jakarta. We'll prepare some large tortilla, and why is this dry like the back of my hand? I think I forgot to seal it up after using it last time, so it's no longer moist critical. Even penguins in the Arctic will have zero tolerance towards it. It's pretty much a cooking white flag waved by my friend Charlie. Another component of this dish is chicken patty. I don't know what chicken patties are. I'm gonna replace it with a more realistic college food chicken nuggets. While it's air frying, we're gonna cut up some string cheese. I don't understand why would a dairy company name itself after a vaccine. We're not really warming this up, so I guess maybe shredding it would be better. Making the Indomie as usual. I feel like we've been making a lot of these lately. We put it on top of the cheese and the nuggets fresh out of the air fryer. Let me know in the comments if I'm qualified to work at Chipotle.
He gonna heat it up like after though, right?
We're just gonna put a third piece on top,
roll it
up, and just sear it in the pan like that.
Okay.
I'm pretty surprised that it held its shape. It looks like the inside of a caterpillar. So let's give it a taste and rate it 1 through 10. I mean, obviously it's fire, but I like to know where you went to college.
The cheese is not melted at all.
Call this a struggle meal. If I had access to these luxurious items back in college, I wouldn't have finished with such a low GPA. For that, I have to give it a 7 out of 10. Sarah from the sweet home of Alabama told us that her recipe is just mine but 10 times better. And it's gonna be like a fried potato dish. With a boiled potato, as usual, gonna peel the skin back to have fun. Adding 2 teaspoons of cornstarch, some mozzarella, and Tuscan garlic. I don't have that, so I'm adding some good old American garlic. Salt, pepper, and Old Bay seasoning. Mash it up with a Ligma fork.
You can't go wrong with a potato.
Rolling. Got me stargazing. Coat everything into panko, and we're ready to fry it up. Probably should have shallow fried. I feel like I'm wasting a lot of oil over here. We fried at 350 for 2 to 3 minutes on each side. I know exactly which recipe Sarah's referring to here. It's the potato pillow thing from Miss Sure and Miss Hut. Whether or not it's better than that, we're gonna have to give it a taste to find out.
Ooh, that crunch.
Alright. You win, Sarah. This is a little bit better than the potato pillow thing, because without the panko in the beginning of the frying process, everything sticks to each other and the bottom of the pan. The breading not only prevents that, but also adds that additional layer of super crisp, like the image quality of my new camera. Yes, sir.
You cannot go wrong with potatoes. You can do so much with potatoes, dude. Like, anything goes with potatoes. Bacon bits, some shredded, what's it called? Like shredded pork or whatever, barbecue pork. Get you a bag of potatoes. Cut you up some fries. You could do anything with potatoes. Potatoes make the best struggle meal when you're hungry or you just lazy. You don't feel like really cooking nothing. Put you a potato in the microwave. Slap some butter on it, some cheese. You good. You good to go.
Hello, Daddy Canoe.
I love potatoes.
Never in my life have I needed something so much and never known until I received it.
Well, Zachary from Minnesota wants to share a soup recipe.
Really?
Whenever I see a soup recipe in a struggle meal category, I just know I'm about to throw a bunch of stuff in the pot and cover it with water. Starting in a large pot and goes some butter. Zachary wants me to stroke my sausage until it comes to a brown color. Then some diced onions, saute everything together, and we'll add a can of tomato soup. Well, you guys better call me Andy Warhol, because I too uses this soup for money and call it creativity. Using the can as a measurement, I'm gonna pour in 3.5 times of water. After grabbing them from my bedroom, I'm gonna put in 1 large carrot, and one large zucchini. Some parsley, basil would just bring it to a simmer for 2 hours. That seems a little unnecessarily long. 15 minutes before we're supposed to add tortellinis, I have these lobster ravioli over here from the day I went insane at Costco. The expiration date is a month ago, so wish me luck. Alright, the soup is done a while ago, so we're just cooking the raviolis. Finally, topping it with some cheese. Is it
That
me,
looks
or is this looking
nice.
too aesthetic to be in a struggle meal video?
Exactly.
The way I feel about this dish is how we took nice, fresh ingredients and presented them
That
in
is
the
a pretty
most struggle way
dish.
possible. All of these ingredients, sausage, carrot, zucchini, I'll put in my body regularly in a non-struggle way. But here I just feel like we're making ourselves struggle on purpose.
That was a nice looking dish. Like the colors, the I don't know, he said like the pasta, whatever that was. The lobster pasta, whatever he put in there. That was a nice looking dish. I feel like Gordon Ramsay will probably approve of that. I wonder if Ramsay has ever tried like struggle meals and rated them. That would be hilarious. But that first one with the cheese, the cut up cheese, that was terrible. The cheese was not melted. But get you some potatoes. Trust me. Potatoes will do it all the time. Leave some likes and comments, y'all.